man can fall in love with a man, a woman can fall in love with a woman. There's nothing anybody can do about it. It's not in the province of the law. It's nothing you do with the church. And if you lie about that, you lie about everything.
As your president, I will do everything in my power to protect our LGBTQ citizens from the violence and oppression of a hateful foreign ideology. Believe me.
You have to know that the brute, the bigot, and the batterer are all children of God, whether they know it or not. And I'm supposed to treat them accordingly.
Welcome to the season finale, the last episode of Candid Culture. I know you all are super sad. I'm sad to see me go too. But we have an amazing last episode for you. We're going to be talking about, is your gay my gay? We're going to really be digging into this whole masculine and feminine relationship. We're going to dig into deeper in regards to the whole famous phrase, if I wanted a woman, I would date a woman. We're going to talk about that all in this episode. And to join me to wrap this thing on up is your friends, my friends, your lovers, not my lovers. Nigel.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm awesome.
All right. And then we have Rakeem. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Good. Y'all ready for this conversation?
I'm ready.
Y'all gonna be open and honest?
I'm
Of
real
course.
honest.
Good. Y'all gonna let people know if y'all verse top to bottom?
They ain't none of
Ah. So listen, stay tuned. I promise you the last episode is going to be super amazing, super fun. We're going to keep it real fun and real light for you. And we even let some of our hair down. And makeup going to come off. Stay tuned. So like today's topic is going to be, your gay is not my gay. And so I know that sounds real odd, but I really want to just talk about kind of the social norms, or kind of what our community has set up as social norms. Like, if you're feminine, you must date a masculine person. The obsession of having a trade or a DL guy if we're overly feminine. I kind of want to dig into that and kind of find out why that is. Is it bad to want that? So I for one, I can go ahead and put that out there. I love me a good man, the masculine man. And you know, I think it's something that people feel like you get over in your late 20s, but it's still here in my late 20s. So I want to talk about that with y'all. Maybe y'all can help me.
Okay.
So let's talk about it.
Well, I'm with you. I was with you a few years ago. No longer, because what I want has shifted. I now want a family, and I want, a relationship. And I can't have that with the trade, and I now understand that the likelihood of that happening with a masculine man is probably not going to happen. So I've just become more open on my end. There was some deep down changing I had to do and look at myself and be like, nigga, you gay. You gay. So, there's going to be other people out there with feminine qualities, and I am now okay and open to that for me.
See, I think the obsession is, what I'm saying, it ain't nothing like a man. I'm just.
Why you give me like this real like?
Because you gotta do like, a man. It's nothing like a man. You grew up around men. When you was gay, you wanted you a little man. You like, okay, that's how you act. That's how you gonna grab my little arm. Like you just be wanting a man. But to me, like I agree though. Like as I grow older, my options have definitely I think they opened up a little bit more.
Your portfolio.
But yeah, I kind of like, but it ain't nothing like a man. You meet you a little masculine, little macho, little, ain't nothing wrong with that.
And I think that a lot of people, because I am a more feminine person, I think that people associated with, and I don't know if y'all have ever heard this, but were you typically like a masculine man because you didn't have a father figure in your life? Have you ever heard that before?
Hell no.
I heard this a lot, and I was so confused by that. And I remember that this being the subject about if you're gay, you probably didn't have your daddy there. But someone told me, probably you like that because you didn't have a father. Now, don't get me wrong. Right. My dad and I weren't the closest people, but he was present. And he definitely was involved. I wasn't sexually attracted to my father, I can tell you that. However, for me, I think mine is more attitude. And the reason, because I am very emotional and dramatic. So for me to talk to a typical, this is gonna be so against what I'm saying, but a typical, more feminine guy, I feel or I fear that it's going to be the matching of me. And I'm like, I don't want to date myself. And I know how dramatic I am. And I like to, kind of have that
Right.
difference. And I feel like if I date someone who is more like feminine like I am, I feel like it's just odd or weird for me. I wouldn't even be aroused sexually. I'm sorry to be so
Right.
candid, but
No.
because we are
Sometimes,
speaking candid.
sometimes like sometimes more feminine boys, they're more in touch with their feelings inside, and the masculine man, I think sometimes like that, and to me in that state, because I dated a feminine guy, and it's kind of nerve wracking a little bit sometimes, because it's just too many emotions going on at one time. You're like, okay, baby, I don't know where you at. I like him over here. He's masculine, and he over here chilling. He don't care about my little mood swing, okay? He chilling.
But masculine men,
different.
though, are emotional too in a different type of way.
That's different. The different type of way.
But what I'm saying is they are very emotional in a certain type of way. They don't, I guess, they're not as expressive of, and maybe loud vocally.
Right.
But they do have this sense of complaining or this sense of just arguing with you. And it can sometimes feel like, again, a normal relationship, but again, they do have those characteristics whereby what we typically attribute to a feminine man, they still carry those same attributes too. They'll argue with you. They feel like, oh, you gotta respond to my text messages. The only thing that they have different is probably abs, a deep voice, and J's, as opposed to a light voice.
It ain't just them J's.
What else do they have? Okay, so but see,
They need shoes for that third leg. Go ahead.
listen, but I think that again, I wouldn't say maybe when I turn 30. I feel like that's a good age for me to finally be like, because I talked to a feminine guy. I even cuddled with one. Can I talk to you about this?
Yeah.
This disturbed my life. So I cuddled
Disturbed?
with. It disturbed my life. I had to call another friend. I couldn't call him because he's not emotional like I am. So I had to call somebody because I was shaking because we had cuddled and he had asked me to cuddle, like hold him. I was like, oh my God. It was so, I didn't know, honey, where to place my hand. I was confused, but downstairs was like full attention, honey. And I was like, oh, I can probably do this.
That goes to say what I said. Sometimes, I'm not saying all times, more feminine guys are more in touch with their feelings inside than a man.
Okay, but you're not
Some
even
masculine
talking
men want you to. A masculine man might want you to hold them, but you might find that sexy. Like, oh my, you want me to hold them? You know what I'm saying? No, that's kind of sexy to me.
Weird.
So you like this? Ooh,
That's
like yo,
odd.
you look manly. We want me to hold you, baby.
That's
Like,
odd.
that's sexy.
I need
like,
you to fucking
damn.
get your mommy issues together.
Oh no, you
That's
don't
mommy issues.
have the mommy issues if you like that, because I like that. I think that's sexy. But
Tune into episode 3 and find out about mental health because obviously he got something going on. Good God.
that's sexy. I think it's sexy because why he can't want to be held because he's masculine.
Well, it's not
That's
even
going
that.
against what you're saying.
It's not that. It's just for me. Again, this is where we get to in regards
Your
to
preference.
our roles.
Okay.
And I think that in our community we have set our own unwritten rules and roles about if you're a bottom or a more feminine person, you should act this way. If you are masculine and you say you a top, you should act this way.
See, but what if he a top but he wants you to hold him? You don't feel like you don't want to do that?
I can't do that. I don't know why it won't let me do it. I can't do this.
If he
It
just,
won't let you.
It won't let
Just
me.
he
mag-
just do his thing like boom, 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 and then like, come
I
on,
don't
baby,
know.
like, can you hold me after this?
But it's like if we're spooning and I gotta hold you, that's odd.
So do you
Oh, please don't get real nasty. I feel like this.
You see that tongue?
Yes.
so if you date a masculine guy, so if he wants you to like perform on him back there.
I can't do
With
that.
your mouth.
I did that one time. Remember that?
Yeah, I don't remember, but you
It
told
wasn't
me
him,
about
but
it.
it was very odd. I was shaking then too.
See, but nothing wrong with that.
I was shaking because again, and I had this perception of what a masculine man was.
Right.
And so when that person would like flipped on
Like, even
over,
that's what you want. You know what I'm saying? It's like
and I think that again, it comes with maturity. I think I can acknowledge this in the immaturity
Right.
that I have.
I don't think it's immature. That's what you want.
And it's an immaturity because I think that I am blocking love essentially because it could be with someone who is feminine, and my definition of feminine may not be their definition of feminine, and they may have some attributes that could be attractive to me. I just have not opened myself up to that. So hopefully I do, and hopefully we can have him. He sit right here. You know? And we'll speak real candid, and it'll be about love.
Do you like boys with big butts?
So I don't see it as a bad thing, for one. And I look at people and I categorize them when I see them. People say top verse and bottom. I'm a hybrid.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Well, okay, so for me, for example, I have only been sexual in a bottom way for a guy that I consider more masculine. And I've only topped for guys who are a little more feminine than me. But I've never flip-flopped with any guy because I don't see people as verse in my heart. I see you as a top or a bottom. And there's only one thing that you can do with me and for me. So that's just my interesting story.
So versatiles don't exist in your world?
No.
Wow. Do versatiles exist in your world?
No comment.
We want your comment.
We want your comments. We're speaking candidly.
See? Yeah.
They do exist in your
Yeah, I
world.
think so.
Okay. So I guess my thing is if they're versatile, how do we expect for them to act? Is there a certain way that we expect them to act? You know how we expect tops to be more masculine
Right.
and bottoms to be more feminine? What is their...
I just think, I think the thought process about it is, I just don't think, I think people put too much thought into it. You know what I'm saying? I think you should just date and just do you and have fun. It's just because, you're more feminine, you can't do whatever you want to do to me. If I'm more feminine, I can do whatever I want to do to you. I just think you should just do what you want to do, whatever you feel comfortable doing with that person.
Right.
That shouldn't even be, I think it's disrespectful when people you're top or bottom. Why should they even be for this conversation? Why let's have this conversation, chill, after a couple of Hennessy shots, let's see where this goes.
Which takes us back to last episode last week when we was talking about no fats, no films. But people sure put on Jack and all that stuff. If you a top dog, bro, don't come my way. For why?
Maybe we can be friends.
If he say you a top, don't come my way.
Yeah, that's what they say. You ain't never say that.
Well, they're looking for sex, so in that aspect. If you in that aspect, you're looking for sex.
Sex,
so
right?
You
It's
top.
playing
If you're a top, you're saying you're a top. So I mean, you're not gonna let me do what I want to do to you. So why would he want you to hit him up in his inbox?
Interesting.
He's telling you what he wants.
Gotcha. So then my question is this: can a person change? Meaning, can they change their position?
Yeah, I've seen it happen before.
And I almost feel like the older you get, you should become a verse. That's when verse become a thing for me. Because I don't know. I just, you ever seen like a 60-year-old bottom?
I have, and he was cute. He doing judgmental. I seen a little fine, little old, little married little couple. It was a bottom, a little top. I'm like, oh yeah, he look cute. Okay, he was telling me about they love. I'm like, oh, okay.
My imagination.
They was lit. No, they was cute. They was really attractive, and they were white. They were really attractive.
The 60s?
They were really attractive for real. They was good skin, clean, you looking beautiful. You can tell they got.
I mean, well, if Father Times is out there, I mean, he could definitely. Because I like older men, but I just wanted to know if it was, I guess, acceptable for someone to change and us not kind of judge them. Because I feel like sometimes we do. Like if a more masculine guy automatically wants to become a bottom or experience bottom, it runs like wildfire.
No, I agree.
In the community, like, did you know that so and so bottoms? It's like the boy got something bad or something. Like all he did was.
I feel like when you're in a relationship though, when you're in a relationship, sometimes things happen. Like you know what I'm saying. Like when you're in a relationship, I don't believe in you just probably gonna have one position. Sometimes you might feel extra fun one night and you might do something different. You know what I'm saying? It's just the same routine of doing everything the same. It's kind of like. Gotta keep the spice in that relationship, baby.
I mean, well, just make sure that I want to have fun, that you're trying to have fun. Don't just flip over and just expect me to eat this too much.
No, I mean, if he tell you, he's gonna tell you about this. Like, if he like this stuff.
But it wasn't a conversation.
I have sex.
It wasn't a conversation. It was just a flip over real quick to scare me.
He flipped.
And he was tall too, honey. Like
so what was he
6'2",
doing?
6'3". He was tall. And
so
it was like football. It was scary.
He was working and then flip.
The flip over. Okay, anyway, we'll talk about this.
I've never seen
so
that.
It was just real bad. It was real weird. And he's
no conversation, just.
It was like we had got done, and he told you his build was real tall. It was. scared me. I'm short. Well, it's kind of short.
When he told me that
he
story,
did.
I died. I died.
Huh?
Yeah.
We ain't gonna talk about that.
Okay.
God bless you. Love you still. So let's have a conversation in regards to the topic or the phrase. If I wanted to date a female, I'll date a female. If I wanted to date a woman, I'll date a woman. And when we come back, we're gonna have that conversation. I know y'all heard this before. So Liz, I know y'all heard it too. Stay tuned. Don't pause us. Continue it going. Thank you.
Really like that. Some people depend on people they date. Some people depend on their family.
Then on my end, there was some deep down changing I had to do and look at myself.
Saved. And I think it's a conversation that we all have that has been going on for a very long time. And so we're going to have that conversation today. Social norms are kind of what our community has set up as social norms. Like, if you're feminine, you must date a masculine person.
For the sake of television, that's how you sell his character. He's
Dependent?
not dependent, but he has a relationship with the guy. Now, I don't.
We are back, still talking about Is Your Gay My Gay? We have heard a lot. Y'all have gotten a little bit personal with me, I'm sorry. But we are still talking about just kind of the society norms or the community norms about tops, bottoms, should you be masculine, feminine, things of that nature. And we're talking about versatiles. And before we left, we started talking about the topic or the phrase that we like, that typically more masculine or more tops say is, if I wanted to date a female or if I wanted to date a woman, I date a woman. Mm-hmm. Have y'all heard that before?
Absolutely.
Have you heard that before?
I don't think I really heard that before. I don't know. I don't think I've really heard that before.
Okay. So in what context have you heard it?
Right. I think it's, and even the hetero community uses this as, well, you know, if you gay and you like guys, then why are you, for example, being feminine and acting like a female? Or why are you dressing like a female? You know, even to take it as far as why are you transitioning? Mm-hmm. So for the trans individuals of the community. So I've seen it used in that context of if you know, and even I've thought of it that way. You know, for example, and that's just preference. We'll talk about preferences. So yeah.
I see where people say all the time, like, okay, like this is what I see all the time. So if you come with your boyfriend or whatever, and they be looking like, okay, so and people be sitting there, I'm like, so who the boy, who the girl? I think that. I've never seen like you should like.
And you answer that question?
Hell no. Nah. He's like, that's like, what is it? That's not your business.
Okay. Well, I think I believe that that's a different variation to the same question.
Yeah.
I mean, the question is still the same, they're just using it in a different way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I think for me, I think that in our community, I think the association to be a bottom sometimes can be almost a curse word. If you say that, oh, you a bottom, there's this certain disposition or there's a certain mindset that people now have of you. Mm-hmm. You must be loud, or you must be more feminine. You must have a nice butt. You must have a nice body in some type of way. You must be twerking it down at the club. You have to be treated more like a woman. I really don't understand why we assign those roles to each other, and I really would like for it to stop increment like over time. It won't happen real quick, because I really feel like it's a lot to unpack there, because I feel like we have accepted it. Mm-hmm. Me, myself, personally, I've accepted it in certain ways in my life, but I think that we still kind of, even with being feminine, we don't want to just say, well, this is just the crux of who I am, and just assign those roles to everybody.
Yeah, see, I don't know why people say that. People say that because, like, in people's minds, like, I'm going to have a conversation with gay people or whatever, they feel like, okay, so usually, like, 9 times out of 10, in their minds, when you talk about the bottoms are more emotional emotionally in a situation than the tops are. The tops are more like, okay, it's cool, but they more like a little distant. But the bottoms are wanting their feelings. So they always say the one in their feelings or the girl. But you can't say that because y'all seen some tops in their feelings.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of the time. A lot of the time. So I guess the next question that I have for you guys, because I think that you all are helping us on the show, talk about this in a great light. So, in regards to feminine men, do you feel that feminine men get a good rap or a good reputation, or that we have a good reputation in our community? The more feminine men.
I'm gonna say yes because I mean, like, it's so to me, like, stuff is so different now. Like, a lot of guys like that. Like, a lot of guys want feminine guys. There's a lot of guys out there like that want a guy to be feminine. They would express how they like little guy. They like they gotta be a little extra, you know, like into himself, you know. It ain't nothing wrong with that. So I do think they have a good rep. It's just I think like in the past it's like bad, or like if you want like a dating website full of people that are feminine because they are feminine. They don't want anybody else like them. So, but I think they have a good rep.
Agreed. And I don't know if it's because I'm getting older and more mature, or if we as a gay community is changing. But I really feel like we're starting to almost look at the trade or deal guy in more of a negative way. And that could be just me getting older and surrounding myself with different people.
I agree.
But from when I was younger and the trade being the god of the gay community, you know, now it's just kind of like, you know, now it's like, no, I don't want to trade. I hear so many people, no, I don't want to trade. I want a guy who's comfortable with his sexuality. And I like the direction it's going in.
Yeah, because when you start getting your feelings, when you start getting your feelings involved, I can't go out with you. I can't. I mean, you know, we gotta hide. I'm your cousin when we go around people.
I mean, I get
nobody want to do that.
I agree. I think that the climate or the overall climate of our community is changing in a positive way. Do I think that feminine guys are getting the support or that we're well liked within our community? I would say yes and no. I think that yes, because again, like you all are already saying, I think that the more masculine guys now are not DL or trade no more. They're happy to be openly gay. At this point, it's now okay. Now it's cool. So I believe that now the options are now expanding, and so now you can walk around with this person, and the person is okay with you wearing makeup at some times. And the person is maybe happy with you wearing heels and purses and stuff like that. However, I do think that on the friendship level, or just maybe on camaraderie level, I still also think that the feminine guy is sometimes played a little bit. And what I mean by that is, you hear things about, you know, I don't want to be around you because this person is extra, or they too much, and all of that stuff. And so I really just kind of feel like still the rep is that in order for you to be around a feminine person, you got to have the bandwidth in your mind to deal with all that they come with. And every feminine person is not dramatic. And I don't think I'm dramatic because I'm feminine. I just am emotional. Okay? So I don't think it's because I'm feminine that I'm emotional or dramatic. Again, it's just me. So I really do think it's a yes and no, the toss of the coin in regards to who you're talking to. Honestly, it's my opinion.
That's true.
And ultimately, I think it does come down to, for example, friend groups. I think that for me myself, I have different groups of friends that participate in different types of things. I know who I can call if I want to go out to the bar. I know who I can call if I want advice in life and, you know, just someone to talk to and lean on. So I think it does come to preferences. I know that sometimes certain personalities can be tiring and exhausting sometimes because it is a little bit emotional.
You
can't
keep moving over here.
Well, I'm talking to you.
Okay.
So, but then in the same, on you know, the other side of that coin is there's certain guys who have no emotion, and that's also draining because now I feel like I'm overcompensating when I'm having a conversation with that individual. So it's a preference, but I think there's a healthy balance that we should strike.
Preferences. Do we feel that preferences are kind of leaning towards slight discrimination? Almost like it's kind of, we're using preferences that, that's just who I prefer to be with, that's who I prefer to hang around with, that's who I prefer to sleep with. Are we kind of are we weaponizing that word, preferences, and trying to make it sound nice, but it's actually meant to be disrespectful and kind of like low-key extra shady? Not even low-key, like visibly, that it's not preferences, it's something else. Would y'all agree with that? I'm giving
See,
it.
I agree, but then I disagree because I be feeling like I always felt like if you want what you want, you like what you like, and who am I to tell you that you can't have what you like or what you prefer to be or who you prefer to be around? Some people don't like people that's extra and that that does a lot. Some people just can't it's just not possible for them to deal with. But sometimes they shady. So some people don't want to be around shady people. You know what I'm saying? So you just can't always say it's like discrimination. But sometimes I say yes, it's discrimination because people just judge people sometimes. Like, oh yeah, because he actually do too much. I can't be around him. He got too much going on, and you didn't even get a chance to get to know him.
Right.
Yeah, I would agree. Now, agree and disagree because I heard a little stereotype in there too. Because all of us, again, who are loud and expressive, sometimes we do have a little depth to us. If you stick around and get past the loudness, we have a little depth to us. And if you have a good conversation with us, I, for one, call myself a scholar. So I can have a deep conversation real fast with you, and I'm not loud or expressive. I feel like, and now I do feel that to my feminine family, I do feel like there's a time and a place for everything. When to know your audience.
Right.
And so some certain responses have to be tailored to that audience. Because I know that working in corporate America, there's certain things I will and will not say. And it's not out of fear. It's out of, okay, this is not the time for me to have a conversation about Beyonce versus Brandy type of thing. It's going to be a conversation more centered for that crowd.
Right.
So I do feel like at moments that some feminine guys, we kind of put ourselves in that zone to where we are like a one-trick pony. And then some people are like, I don't want to get the chance to know you because this is the only card you're showing me.
Right.
So I just really wish that people take time to get to know us. And to my feminine people, I just really wish that we get a little depth.
Some people, a lot of feminine people do have depth to them.
Do that.
A lot of them.
Awesome.
I've met a lot of them. I have a lot of friends that are feminine. I have friends that are masculine.
We out there. I'm just saying that it's perceived that we're not out there. So that's what I'm saying. All of us are not loud, and sometimes when we are loud, it's something that we're passionate about.
Right.
So don't mistake my passion.
I didn't say loud.
For
Sometimes
loudness.
they are like a little extra, like he said. I'm not saying like
So
extra.
define extra.
Like the personality's a little extra. Some things are like kind of like over the top.
So
Like
define extra.
sometimes it has no chill. Like you about this, okay, like it's time to chill out. We have fun, but let's chill out now. And sometimes your little feminine friends don't want to chill when you're ready to chill.
Right.
Like this,
That's
okay.
true. It's just like
you like
it's
this,
like
okay.
you. It's like you're bringing attention to me, and I don't like attention.
Yeah, like if
like
we go out
we
like
out in a
this.
public place, and they're just like, not because of the outfit or anything, but because of the way the conversation.
Or
It's
the
like
things they say
I don't
sometimes.
want
Like
want
this.
everybody to know what we're talking about. Shh, bring it down some.
So how is it addressed to them? How do you all address that to them?
I normally just be like, I'm like, I chill. I
So
bring it
you're
down.
quiet.
Hopefully they bring it down
So you're
because I'm
quiet,
bringing it.
thereby accepting the behavior.
I guess.
Okay. What do you do?
I just let you do you. I let you be you.
So how do you all expect for them to do something different if you don't bring it up
I'm not
to
saying
them?
you have to do anything different.
Because
I didn't
I'm
say
not
that.
trying
I
to
said
tell you how to
sometimes-
live your life.
I said people. I'm saying some people are like that. I don't care what you do.
I'm
like,
assuming
that's
the people
what
that
you
are
want to
with
do.
you are friends, right?
Yeah, the people that are around me are friends.
So if I'm your friend and my conduct is unbecoming, why not have a conversation and say, hey, maybe no one ever told
who
you
am I to
this.
tell you that you
So
that
there's a gray area
A
there.
friend.
why? I'm saying who am I? Who am I to tell you that the way you're acting is
If one
unbecoming?
of
If
your
you feel like
friends
it's
came outside with a hideous outfit, you would tell them, right?
yeah,
Why?
but guess what?
Why?
But guess what?
Why?
But guess what?
Why?
Because I think you look a mess. But guess what?
But their behavior-
but my friends' mind, they're like this. Oh well, I'm the shit anyway. I don't give a fuck what you say. So like you have that mindset.
But the
so
conversation was
you
had.
can live your life.
nonetheless,
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So my issue is why pick and choose what you bring to that person if that person's attitude or demeanor is unbecoming? Let them know. If you're my friend, you can't call yourself a friend if something that they're doing is okay. Look, I don't know if somebody ever told you this, but you sometimes real loud when we be in real quiet places. Why do you do that?
What?
And ask them.
Because not everyone may feel that way. That's just me.
That's what
So
I'm saying.
it's
It's just
just-
my preference.
Yeah, it's just.
But you're my friend. Again, there is a a unspoken contract between friends. So there's just a ability for me. Case in point, he and I are friends. I know that I expect when we're friends, I need to hear from you consistently. Am I lying? But Nigel's thing is, hey, no, I'm going to reach out to you maybe like 1 or 2 times a month, and we good. However, we've had a conversation in regards to, hey, they don't work for me. They don't work for you. Listen, this is what we need to do to come in the middle, because this is what's going to help this friendship contract.
Right.
So if we are in a friendship, why can't I just tell you, hey, sometimes, and I'm not saying it has to be like, oh, this long, let's have a conversation. No, you know your level of relationship with them. You know what they will and will not hear. So why not bring that to their attention? As my friend, why have me out here looking like could be perceived as a fool, and you're just gonna sit there and let me be that way?
Because I look at things in a different. I think if my friend had a hygiene issue, I could sit down and talk to my friend. Right. I could sit down and talk to my friend about that hygiene issue, because I don't just think you stink. There's other people that think you. There's other people that know for a fact that you are stink. However, when it comes to your personality, who am I to water down your personality?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm just
Who
saying.
am I to tell you that you can't be you?
I'm just saying. It's not that you too much for me. There's just most of the time, I just prefer not to always be on 100% go, because that's not my personality.
I can't take your
so I have
personality
friends
on
for
that
certain
day. I might need to
things
move your
depending on how I
personality.
feel. That don't make you less of a friend.
I think you all aren't hearing me.
I'm hearing what you're saying,
You
but
all
I
hearing
can't
me.
tell you that
Because if what you all are saying is, I'm not telling you that you have any
See,
power
that's
to
what I'm
change
saying.
nobody's personality.
Why? Because you're feminine and you might be a little loud. Why are you? Why do I feel like you're making yourself look like a fool in public? You just might be getting on my nerves.
Right.
I'm not saying that you look like a fool. You just might get on my nerves. People might be cool with it. Everybody might agree with it. Everybody might like, okay, like that's cool. Like if people might like it. I'm saying sometimes I just
imagine that conversation would go, oh well, if my personality is too much for you, then we don't need to be friends. That's how I see that conversation. Versus if I told a friend, sometimes you be stink. I see that friend washing a little bit more.
Different.
I don't see them getting upset at me because I'm helping.
I gotta
them.
water you down.
I want to go with this thing. This is gonna be a little extra, just to let y'all know. So, in my opinion, that lets me know, based off of what y'all saying, that y'all level of communication with y'all friend probably is subpar. Because if you feel that by you having an open and candid conversation with your friend about conduct, and again, if you're my friend, I know how to kind of speak to you in a way that it won't be perceived as offensive, because I know you, I'm your friend. So if the perception is this person is going to take offense, that means that you truly do not know me. If you don't know how to cater the conversation.
We didn't say get offended. I didn't say that. I said.
Yes, you did.
I didn't say get offended. I did not say that.
You didn't say that?
No, he did not say that. He said, "Who am I to water down personality?"
Right.
He said your personality might be extra for me at that time. We didn't say it was offensive or anything. We said you might be a little nerve-wracking.
So the conversation that you said that I'm referring to was, I feel like that could be taken by that person. Well, if this is an issue, then we don't need to be friends anymore. Thereby meaning that you offended me. Correct?
Possible.
But at the end of the day, who am
Or disrespected me.
Who am I to tell you?
But I don't think the conversation should be had when it comes to your
Who am I to
person.
tell you that you can't be you? Like, I don't get that. I don't understand that at all.
Because
If you're a loud, bubbly person,
loud, bubbly person, I'm like, oh,
I mean, if you're out here throwing F-bombs everywhere, then yeah, I might be
do what you want to do. What? How is it embarrassing? Like I'm saying, like that's what I'm trying to do. What he's saying, like, how's it embarrassing?
I just
How's
really
it
wish I had
offensive?
somebody over here to help me out. But listen, I need for y'all to join the conversation in the comment section, because obviously these two people aren't hearing me. Let me know if it's just me. And I'm not communicating correctly, and I'll be okay with that. But please, please, please join the conversation. Am I right or am I wrong?
You're wrong.
So listen, this has been our last episode for the season of Candid Culture. As you can see, we are a family that love each other, hate each other, and support each other. But at the end of the day, we are still a family. Please, 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 please feel free to drop a comment down below. We want to hear from you. Join our family. Please. Love you much. Mean it. Bye.